Hey guys, I'm back for another video. It's been a little bit of time. This week I'm going to show you a tumble I just finished. It is a mixture of some Mahogany Obsidian, some regular Obsidian, and there's some Apache Tears mixed in there. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to show the Apache Tears yet, but that's something we can figure out when we get to it. This week I'm going to shout out Qualfon Brewing. I think they're based out of Brown County, Indiana. It's about an hour 15 south of me from Indianapolis. Actually, we just got a ton of geodes last week from down in Brown County, and I haven't cracked them open yet, but soon enough here we will clean those up and split those open, and maybe I can show you a little bit of them on display in the backyard. I got to keep them in the fenced-in portion because things tend to grow legs and walk away if they look nice and people want them around here. So stay tuned, and I'll show you some of the obsidian here shortly. Okay, I'm back. So here's the lot here. I kind of got it separated out a little bit. So in the back are my larger, most of these are Mahogany Obsidian. That's why they got this brownish tint to them. Some of them are mostly covered in it. Some have nice streaks. This one here is probably my best looking one. Down here is just regular obsidian. Some of these are Apache Tears, but they're kind of dense and it's hard to see through them. And then I got a bunch of just tiny scraps, and I don't know what I want to do with these. If anyone has ideas on what they do with like these teeny tiny pieces when they're done tumbling, or maybe they save them for a project or something like that. If you have any ideas, let me know if you want to share down here. And then down here in the bottom are all my Apache Tears, and I'll show you a little bit about those here in a minute. But in the meantime, we will look at some of these. I'm going to try and keep this video short and just kind of show you. So first thing I wanted to do here is thank Chuck from rocktumblinghobby.com. I tried obsidian several times in the past and it's gone to no avail. That was also before I had a lotto tumbler, and it just didn't work. It never came out shiny at all. And I think I posted something on there, and I know Chuck is pretty well renowned for being a really good tumbler on there. And he sent me basically a link on how to do it and said if you follow these steps you basically can't fail. So I did that. If you notice on here, I was so excited about it, I rushed these. There's a lot of, you're supposed to tumble them until they're nice and smooth and round, and obviously there are a lot of errors in that, but since then I have bought a ton of obsidian, and I'm hoping to churn out some better product here in the near future. But these took a very nice shine to them. Obsidian, for some reason, to me, just it seems like it shines brighter than most other rocks. I don't know why. I believe it's volcanic glass. Somebody could tell me about that if they want to. I guess I could just Google it. This one's my favorite. It's got a lot of black and brown contrast, and then it's like a deeper red right here in the middle. And I really like this piece, and there's very few errors on it. Another thing with obsidian, when you finish it, and I'm sure a lot of people will attest to this, it doesn't matter how well you rub it with a rag, your fingerprints and any type of dust particles show up on this almost right away. So it's kind of hard to keep it in looking pristine. But I do believe these took an incredible shine for my third or fourth time trying. So I want to thank Chuck for kind of laying out the groundwork for me. So that's pretty much all of the mahoganies. There's a couple small pieces here. I don't know if I can make some pendants or something out of those. I'm not sure. And then I just have some plain Jane dark jet black obsidian on here. And it looks pretty standard, but these will be very handy on some of my projects that I do where I need a lot of colors and I'm making, you know, a mural or a landscape or something like that. These will come in handy for me down the line. So that's it for those, and then stay tuned. I'll be back to show you the Apache Tears. I'm guessing if you are watching this or if you found this, you probably understand or know what they are, but it's just something that blows my mind. I don't understand how it works, but it is really cool. So stay tuned on that, and I'll be back. All right, I am back for this last part. these are the Apache Tears. I'm going to kind of show you. If you're watching this video, you probably know about them already. I don't know a whole lot how they do what they do, but they are absolutely fascinating. Also, another note, if things look a little different than they do usually, that's because the weather finally broke and it's nice outside, and I usually keep all my rock stuff in the garage. So what I've done here is I took just a regular clamp and just turned on a flashlight to kind of go through some of these and show you kind of what we're dealing with. So these all look like just standard obsidian, like you can't really tell the difference here between the regular ones and the Apache Tears. And a friend of mine that lives up near my mom up in northern Michigan, she bought me these when she was out in Arizona last summer, and I finally figured out how to tumble them, so they've just kind of been sitting around for quite some time. So the Apache Tears, actually, when you put them into a light, they kind of turn into a translucent. You can see through them, and some of them are better than others, but they just, I don't understand how it works, but boy, I mean, they're just incredible to look at, and some of them are better. And I'm a little curious, if you look at the bands, I wonder how those get in there, and if anybody tells me or wants to give me a little lesson in that, I'd be welcome to hear. But it's very neat how they, all of a sudden something can go from being pitch black to being completely see-through. And I'm not sure how they made. I think they're out west, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not positive. But there's got to be something interesting that I can do with these now that I'm done and they're all polished up and they look nice here. So this is just the last part I wanted to show you. I'll keep this short, and if you like my video, I got another one coming next week. I just finished up some other stuff. So this is it for the obsidian that I got for now. Stay tuned, and I'll be back shortly.